Vulcani Center, the agriculture research organization here in Israel. And he will present some issues regarding reducing food losses by innovative post-harvest storage solutions. Ron, please. And from now on, you will have only 10 minutes each speaker, so speed up.
Okay. Thank you, Ophira, and thank you for all the guests and for all the visitors. My name is Dr. Ron Porat from the Department of Post-Harvest Science in the Vulcani Center. Okay. So as we heard, according to the FAO, it is estimated that a third of all food produced in the world gets lost, is lost after. And if we talk about fruit and vegetables, we're talking about almost 50%, more or less, according to the FAO data. Actually, half of all fruit and vegetables produced in the world are not eaten. So it's dramatically a big problem in fruit and vegetables. Again, according to data from the United Nations, in this case from UNEP, United Nations Environmental Program, if we look at food categories, we can see that fruit and vegetables are almost 2/3. 44% you can see fruit and vegetables, another 20% tubers, potatoes, onions, etc. So about 64% of all food losses by weight are actually fresh fruit and vegetables. And we are dealing in my department about preventing food losses of fruit and vegetables. So in our institute, in the Institute of Post-Harvest and Food Storage and Food Science, we are dealing with fresh fruit and vegetables, with dry produce, with animal products, cheese, milk, etc. But today I will focus on fruit and vegetables because they are the most perishable and the main causes of food losses. So just a general, we are dealing in the Vulcani Center with various aspects of keeping post-harvest quality. We're doing a lot of breeding of good varieties, also tasty and high products, but also good post-harvest life. Sanitation treatments to prevent decay and rot development. Today we're looking, instead of fungicides, we're looking safe sanitation treatments, cold chain, packaging, all kind of post-harvest operations. And this is all very important because if we have a good variety with long shelf life, it means much less municipal food waste. Okay, so generally we are dealing with all these issues, but today I want to focus on two main things that have a really impact on food waste in cities, or can really reduce the municipal food waste. And one issue is regarding packaging, retail packaging and also consumer packaging. Soon I will explain how really to reduce food waste in supermarkets and in our own homes. And the second is about education and storage instructions. Really, these are the two key things that I think can reduce the fruit and vegetable wastage in the municipal areas, in cities. Okay, so first thing is the retail and consumer packaging. By the way, what is the difference? Retail packaging is, we're selling the fruit and vegetables in packs, instead of loose, selling it usually in plastic bags or boxes, instead of loose. And retail and consumer package is like a bag or something, how to store at home in our own refrigerator. Okay, so so the retail is the whole process through the supermarket, from the farmer to the supermarket, and the consumer bag is a special package just for the consumer's homes. Okay, so I want to say a few words about the impact of food packaging and reducing food waste. So first of all, especially in Europe, I know there's a trend many times also by the green people, green movements, against using of packaging, like to have free packaging supermarkets. But actually it's not very true. This is a paper from 2015, Packaging Rule and Minimizing Food Waste. And just it shows you the energy required for all the food production and marketing. And you can see that the packaging altogether is maybe about 10% of all energy used. But this 10% can prevent food losses and prevent all the other sources and energy used to produce the food. So first of all, So the damage, the environment and damage in the resources used to produce and distribute the food is much more than the relatively minor investment in the packaging itself. And just another example, this is some publication from Australia, how packaging innovations can reduce Australia's food waste bill. So today there's understanding that packaging can really be an important factor in reducing food waste. And at last, before I show some data, this is a relatively new report from January 2018 by Ameripen in the United States. And you can see the title, Quantifying the Value of Packaging as a Strategy to Reduce Food Waste. And according to their data, they suggest that proper use of packaging will reduce 10 to 15% of food loss in supermarkets and 20 to 25% of food waste in our own homes. So it will really have a very dramatic impact on reducing the food waste in the municipal areas, in supermarkets and in consumer homes. So less garbage and less organic waste by using the packaging. We are doing a lot of research during the last few years to trying to optimize the use of packaging and to check the rules of packaging in preventing food waste, and also to optimize the best type of package for different types of fruit and vegetables. Not all fruit and vegetables are the same, and we are testing what is the best packaging material, what is the best polymer, most proper polymer, what is the best optimized perforation rates. And we actually now recommend in the Israeli industry, in the supermarkets and food traders, which is the best packaging to use to keep the quality of fruit and vegetables. Just one example over here, some pictures on the left side of different let's say, retail bags. Let's say a bag of 3 apples or 3 peppers, or you can see below some kind of like consumer bag to keep the fruit, to keep the freshness of fruit and vegetables in our refrigerators. And in the right side, you can see just some examples of produce that were packed or not packed after 2 weeks in the 1 or 2 weeks in the refrigerator. And you can see how the packaging keeps the freshness, retains the freshness, prevents rots, prevents the senescence. And in this case, people will not have to throw away the food and can use it for a longer time. That's about the packaging. The second very important thing is education. Education and also practical storage instructions. Apparently, people are not aware of how much food they're throwing away, what's the cost of it, and they're not really aware how to store it correctly. So we need to increase public awareness. We need to have some government campaigns to increase public awareness to the problem of food losses. We need to instruct food managers, food products managers in retail markets and supermarket chains how to store and treat the fruit correctly. And we need to treat the customers at home, the citizens, how to store the fruit in their own homes. So the first thing is about the education. In the last few years, really, the Ministry of Education in Israel really took this challenge of education for food waste, and now they're teaching at different grades, different levels, in studies of sustainability. They're teaching also about the problem of food losses as part of nature and sustainability programs. And I myself was working with the teachers, and together we build all kind of programs for teaching and even doing experiments and put the fruit in home, in a refrigerator, not in the refrigerator, really demonstrating, counting how much people you're throwing away at home, all kind of treatments that students, pupils can do for education about the subject of food losses. Second, what we did in Israel now, this is from the website of the Ministry of Agriculture. And we actually published storage instructions. So we have very specific storage instructions for growers, for farmers, for supermarket holders, let's say, what groups of fruit and vegetables to keep together, which, let's say we said from 0 to 4 degrees, from 8 to 10 degrees, from higher temperatures. So the supermarket managers and operators will know how to store the fruits. And also for the consumers. And here is an example. This is a magnet that we developed, a pictogram. And you can see different types of fruit and vegetables. For example, you can see that on the top, they should be stored in the refrigerator. or those below, let's say avocado or mango, first should be allowed to be ripened in the counter and then to put in the refrigerator. Or others, let's say banana, should stay in the counter, not to be not to put in the refrigerator. So these are very helpful. And people, let's say, have this magnet on the refrigerator, so they come from the supermarket, they know how to treat the fruit properly. So I will conclude my, wow, I have 10 seconds exactly. So altogether, development of post-harvest technologies, using packaging technologies, together with education, we believe can really reduce the amount of food waste and organic waste in municipal regions. Thank you.
Thank you all for keeping up with time. Thank you, Ron, for your presentation. I just want to mention that in Australia, for example, when you come to a supermarket, they open the packs and they put fruits for children. So instead of picking, chocolates and sweets, they can pick their own apple and pear and whatever. So when we're talking about food policy, this is a good education system to provide fruits for children and not sweets. Gidi Koch is the CEO of Leket Israel since 2007, and he was even named one of the markers. This is an Israeli privileged magazine, as one of the top 100 most influential leaders in